Okay. So my name is Robin. Everybody on here at this point knows who I am. What we like to do at the end of the first shred is to have a wrap up meeting. I would assume and expect more folks to hop on the wrap up meeting because I know I had 44 shredders. So we'll see what happens. But whoever is here, we're going to talk about it. What happened? What did you expect to happen? What's next? And all of that. And Sandra, I know this was your first shred. So I'm really eager to hear from you if you're open to sharing your perspective from being just a brand, never have shredded before, and what you thought was going to happen and what actually happened. So let me just say this: the shred is a jump start to better health. And what I realized over the years, I think I've been shredding for 7 years, and my scale it may go up a little bit, but it comes right back down. And the shred is just a way to bring it back. Even if you're doing a shred and you're not perfect with it, you're conscious of what you're doing. We do it every single month. Um, and it's just a way to pull ourselves back in. Some people stop and come back and vacillate, uh, if you stay consistent with it and continue just to keep with the guidelines, it really works. So I want to talk. Yes, I want to talk to those who are here, and then we'll talk about kind of like what is next. But I think Francine, you're probably here, and you've been shredding for a long time. And so I actually, Sandra, would you mind sharing your just how it went for you? What did you expect? What happened? All of those things, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course, I don't mind. And thank you again, Robin, for just always being there for me.
Yeah.
I never wanted to entertain shred because I thought I would just have to give up too much of what
Okay.
I really like to eat. I've been a person that, didn't want to put limitations on what I enjoy eating, and
Mm-hmm.
especially when I travel because I do travel a lot. So I don't put the limitations on me. So this particular time, I have, you know, gained excess weight,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't do the shred for the weight loss. I did the shred for the mind change, the mindset change.
Okay.
And I thought, you know what, if I just really refocus my mind on eating healthier, then the
Mm-hmm.
weight would be a bonus. So I
Yeah.
didn't weigh myself. I didn't weigh myself in the beginning. I didn't weigh myself in the end. I will let my clothes do all the talking for me. But I actually, prepared my mind, went to the supermarket, bought the things that I needed as far as the types of, vegetables and meats and broths and things like that. And I needed, and I literally prepared myself and I went into it with not being scared. I
Uh,
just prepared the meals. I did the breakfast with the shake, with
uh-huh.
the smoothie. I did that. I didn't cheat. I am so proud of me. I
Yeah.
literally did not cheat throughout this whole shred. I am married, so my husband, of course, definitely don't need to shred. So I had to prepare his meals, and which, if you're doing fried pork chops or rice and gravy, that can be tempting. It didn't even tempt me. I just, in my mind, I have to prepare this for him, and this is what I'm having tonight. So it really was tasty. It was easy, much easier than I thought it would be. I thought I would be like, I can't do it, but I
Uh-huh.
did do it. The one thing though, and I kind of text you on this here because I do enjoy a glass of red wine, and
Uh-huh.
especially on our date night. Well, and I text you like, can I have that? You
Mhm.
said no. I'm like, oh darn. But I stay true to it. And so, our date night is never without cocktails. And so
Got
I
it.
fortunately, this time on date night, God, he was a way of intervening. My husband wasn't feeling that well, so we really didn't have date night. So
Got
therefore, I wasn't that much more tempted. But I think the shred worked very well for me. I enjoyed being truthful and staying true to the plan and true to myself because I want results. I don't want to give up meat. I'm not going to give up meat, but I do
Yeah.
know types of meat to enjoy, how to prepare them. And as a result of it, it's not like, oh God, would this hurry up and get over? It was like,
Mhm.
okay, so yesterday was the last day, but today I still follow what I've been doing. I'm probably not gonna stop, but I will incorporate that glass of wine. I will tell you.
Yes. That's the beauty of the shred being 10 days is that it's short enough where you say, okay, I can do this for 10 days. And then after it's over, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel good. Like it wasn't that bad. And a lot of times we add in the things, a piece of cheese or bread or what have you, and then we see what our body says. And then, the next month, if we shred again, or if you decide to shred again, then you just pull it back. But you'll decide how you want it to go, what you notice, what you feel. I like what you said is because a lot of people are afraid of it. It sounds in some cases like restrictions, like don't eat this, don't eat that. But what I noticed from you is you were coming up with all kinds of yummy foods. Like you were just, it was your food was delightful. So there wasn't anything that from this side, from me, that you weren't getting because you were really, really doing well with that food. So thank you so much
Thank
for,
you.
yeah, and the mindset part. I like that. I This year I added some guidelines about taking out a non-food related habit and then also practicing a method of stress relief because I mean the shred was so about food, but when I started doing the shred, I think, okay, I'm shredding these foods, but I'm not going to watch the news for 10 days. And that really lightened up my spirit. And I thought, well, let me tell y'all about that too, and see if we could put that in a guideline. Um, Francine, yes, my sister. Francine, can you unmute? I think you're there. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions if you're okay with that. You don't have to go on video, but if you're okay with, okay, there you are. You've been shredding for how long?
Oh gosh, probably a couple years now, probably
Yeah.
about 3 years now. I was
And
very reluctant.
to do it. Yeah, it seems
Like
like
she said, restrictions. Oh my gosh.
yeah. So how has your journey been so my question here, two questions. How has your journey been? And then why do you keep doing it every month?
Because it really does make me feel better. But I'm when we finish, I put away all the sweets. I hide them from myself so I
Yeah.
don't get tempted. And I notice that when I do eat sweets after shred, it's like it's not satisfying anymore, and my body's like, "Ew, what are you doing? What are you giving me?" So
Yeah.
I do eat less sweets nowadays.
Yeah.
Um, and
That is
and I do feel better. And the reason I do it, I'm cheating. I have my roommate. He's a chef. He loves to cook,
mm,
so he doesn't participate. And I
mm.
really wish he would, but he cooks my meals for me, and he cooks what he calls his shred meals. He buys processed food, but I'm telling on him. But he does it for me, and that really helps me.
To do
So,
it. Yeah, I mean, you rarely miss a shred. Rarely. I mean, there's a little bit of time where you did, but for the most part, you're very, very consistent. And and then y'all know if y'all are shredding with me, I have a theme every month, so it's something different. So we don't want you to miss the theme of the month. And thank you so much, Francine, for showing up and being consistent with your shred. So anything
you're
else you want to add or say?
No, it feels good to be able to do it. And I really like the added items that you've put on there. So I need to be doing that, reading more even.
Yes.
And I
I think
started taking naps.
yes. Oh my gosh. That's the way to go in life, right? Is if you can take a nap. That I don't think I could make it if I didn't take a nap, especially being on this time zone now because it's 9 o'clock over here. So I take a nap for a couple of hour and a half so that I can to proceed. But yes, naps are so important. Thank you so much for sharing your feedback. My BJ, you've been shredding for years now as well. And because I am a nap queen, thank you. And then you said that
Yeah.
you actually lost a couple pounds too.
Oh, yeah. Of course, my shred lady is Dr. Brett.
Uh-oh, you're cutting out.
She put us on-
You're
Oh,
cutting out.
can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay. she put us on a challenge in November where we had to weigh in,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to weigh in again January 21st
Mm-hmm.
because she wanted to help us get through the whole holiday season.
Okay.
And so I've just made shred a way of life, not about the 10 days. So
Right.
actually, ever since I've been on it, I have maybe a cheat day or two, but ever since I've been on it, I've just made shred my new way of eating.
Got
So
it.
that when we get to shred, sure, I'll still going to be a part,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm actually making shred my way of eating because what you did the very first time I went on it, you
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, we're going to give you a meal plan for 20 days. And I'm not going to be true to a meal plan. It was so much easier just to stay on the shred and make that my new way of eating. That way I never have to worry about dieting or anything such as that. Because as a young lady said, I got a new mindset. So when the holidays came, when Thanksgiving, I had all the food. Guess what? I had 2 spoonfuls of everything. So I had
Ah,
a plate full of food, but I had 2 tablespoons of everything. And when I mentally know I'm no longer hungry, I stop eating.
and just like now tell us this before you started shredding because it's been a while. So if you don't mind sharing what from you lost a significant amount of weight.
Yeah. I was at 180 when I started, and
Um,
I weighed
Yo, just
today.
go to zoom.net and then push in my phone number. It'll say join and then join that way. Okay. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
So I'm hovering between 123 and 125 all the time now.
And you started at I somebody called. They were
At 100, yeah, 180, and I was wearing size 14 and 16, and now I wear 6 and 8.
and this has been over. So how long did it take you? Because you've been shredding
It
how many?
actually,
5 years? 4 years? 3? How long?
no, actually, I lost the weight in about a year and a half.
Okay.
And because I stayed on shred, I had gotten down to a comfortable 130, and I thought I was going to just stay there. But as
Okay.
I had gotten COVID one time, and during that time, I went to 120,
Mm-hmm.
and I still stayed on shred. Uh,
Okay.
just had a few more soups and things like that. But
Okay.
so I just make shred my way of eating. Now, I do have a cheat day because I like strawberry cheesecake. But what I do now is when they give you a slice, I
Uh,
take that slice and cut it into thirds, put
oh,
some in the freezer. And so when I cheat, I eat a very little slice of it according to what I would have done.
what? And did I hear you? You said from 180 to 130? Is that what you said?
Yeah, but now I weigh one. In fact, I weighed 2 days ago and I was 122, and I said, "Oh Jesus, I don't want to get too small."
And
But
just by
actually, for the last year or so, I've been about 123 to 125.
and let me ask you that. I want to say this, and then I want to have some other folks chime in. And you've been shredding for some years, and now, if you don't
Yeah,
mind
four.
sharing, were you resistant at first? Yeah, when you first
No,
you weren't
actually,
with.
I went on it the first 10 days and
Uh-huh.
I loved it. I lost 6 pounds and I had some people with me.
Uh-huh.
They were in the 280s and they lost 16 pounds in the first. Uh, one was Rodney, which was our poster kid, you
Yeah.
know. And so what happened is when you then mentioned the eating plan for the next 20 days, I
Uh-huh.
said, no, I'm going to stay on shred. I
Got
went
it.
on a cruise and did shred because they had all the right stuff. And
Yeah.
so I've just been shredding all along.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for just sticking to shred all these years. I mean, there's some faithful shredders that have been, there's people that this is their first time, and then there's people that have been shredding for years. Colleague, would you mind unmuting yourself just to if you can, just to share any feedback that um that you've had? How was it your first shred? I don't know if you're in a space where you can unmute, but if you can, I would love to hear how it was for you, your first shred. Let me see if colleague can unmute. Maybe not. Nope. Okay. So, Maury, are you able to unmute?
Yes,
Okay.
hi.
So this is your third shred or your second?
Okay, the first thread was real. The second one was no river. It wasn't. And then this last one I've done well, but really from where I started, I'd say I'm down about 21 pounds.
Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And this just been over
So
3
that's
months.
in like 3 months. Yeah,
Yes.
3 months.
Yes. And do you find it hard at all?
I find it very, very easy. But like I said, this last 10 days, I didn't just, because I was doing the protein. Originally, I was just doing protein meat. Plant-based meat.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next month, because during Thanksgiving and like Christmas, I was like, I'm gonna go and eat some, stuff that I shouldn't eat, like macaroni and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, but I didn't gain weight. So, I was happy because I guess I wasn't eating all the junk, the sweets and the sodas and not a lot of alcohol and stuff like that. So I find it kind of easy, Robin, because, you just, if you kind of, I'm telling you, it's probably one of the best weight loss, or, it's healthy also.
Yes.
So it just feels better. My body feels better.
We trick people in a way. I'll say we trick people in this way because we don't call it a weight loss. We just say, do this for 10 days and then you'll see what happens. And usually people have a good experience. Sometimes it's rough though. There are detox days where, the body is like, what are you doing? Where's the sugar? Where's the, it's a journey. But before you got on, Sandra had said it was her first time shredding too. And she was saying that for her, it was easy, that she was a little apprehensive about taking out some of the things, but overall it just was, it's a good thing. So thank you so much. I want to ask a couple other people to share, and then I want to say a couple things and I want to wrap it up because I don't want to keep everybody here all night. I think Kali came and Kali left. Bernetta, did you want to say anything about, because you've been shredding for a long time. Oh, there, Kali came back. Did you want to say anything, Bernetta, about just your experience with the shred, why you keep doing it, what results you've experienced?
Thanks, Robin. I do. I was sitting here thinking just that, like I continue to shred. Saturday is always my favorite day. I feel like I wake up a new person every Saturday on the shred.
Mm-hmm.
I feel good. That's the thing. And I feel like that the shred brings my scale back to where it should be.
Like it should be.
And so thank God for the and this Christmas, I kind of really, confessions, I really, spread out a little bit. And then it just kind of helped me out. It's so funny. I'm going to talk about a little bit about the detoxing, because when you have had that holiday or you have been unconscious, that's what I would say. And then you come back, yeah, you do. You have that day where there's that headache or you feel tired. And say, okay, I get it. That's why. But as you continue, I tell you, it just every time. And I think I'm gonna jump on Mama BJ's plan. I'm gonna just be a shredder. How about that? I'm gonna try it and stick there. But yeah.
Stick to it. I think it's just a beautiful thing. And I want to encourage all of you next time, now Maury is queen of gathering everybody that she knows and telling them about the shred. But I want to encourage all of you too to bring a buddy with you. It's better when you're shredding with someone that you know and y'all can keep each other accountable. There was 2 shredders that they were neighbors and they would make meals. Like one person would make one night and they would eat with each other. So we're a whole big old community. Like there's actually a lot of us, lots of shredders out there doing their thing. Kali, I know you came, left. I don't know if you want to say anything. Okay, so I want to talk about the capsules. Oh, are you there? Oh no, I keep seeing.
I'm so,
Oh, there you are. There you are. There you are.
I'm sorry, I'm driving. I'm a video, cut my video off and share.
Yeah, sure.
Though with mute.
Cut your video off.
I mean, unmute.
Okay, so
Could you guys hear me when I was talking to my friend? I'm sorry.
No, we didn't hear you. We didn't hear you.
We
can hear
sorry.
you now.
Okay.
So how was it for you? This was your first time. How was it? How is it? What do you feel? What do you know?
I think for the first time for me, it was like an eye opener. I used to like look at labels and ingredients, and then you do something for a while and then you kind of stop. So I started looking at the ingredients of an item, and I'm like, oh shoot, it's got sugar. Oh shoot, it's got dairy. And it's like, oh man, I can't have my creamer. And then you told me about the creamer. So it has been an eye opener. I am truly going to admit my moving activity has not been very well, but I plan on keeping the sugar out and trying to keep the dairy out as well. Well, except for my cheese. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, my cheese. But the other dairy products. But I do feel good. And I incorporated flaxseed into all of my shakes and turmeric.
Yes.
And I feel the difference. I do. I honestly do. So I want to thank you. And I am going to continue on, doing semi-shred. And then next month I will do the shred, go the 10 days with the no dairy and no sugar and everything. So yes.
Someone in the chat said they had to break up with cheese 5 times before they actually quit. So it's tough. What there's different guidelines is sometimes the shred is like, sometimes people say, okay, like for you said, I didn't move as much. And so then maybe next time you'll say, okay, this will be my focus of this shred is to add the movement part of the exercise in. And we have some shreds that are just go so well. And then some of them we just like, okay, I made it 2 days. Somebody's birthday or, so it's, but the beauty of it is if you stay with it, it's like, it just builds on each other. So anybody else want to say anything before I say a couple of other things before we wrap up? Ave, do you want to say anything, or Kamunto? Anything before we, and y'all don't have to, do not have to. Also, okay, so I want to say this. Part of the shred is, so I would just say this, the next step for those of you, most of you all have the capsules. And so those of you who don't incorporate the capsules in your shred, I would encourage you to think about doing that, because that really is the next step in the process. And when you're adding those capsules, the fruits and vegetables, the Juice Plus fruits and vegetables and berries, you are getting amazing nutrition. I want to ask Ave this, if I'm okay with this. Ave, because you add the capsules, what do you notice by having the capsules? And I'm putting you on the spot. So what do you notice by having added Juice Plus, the fruits and vegetables, berries to your life? What has...
Okay, so for me, I do the quad, which is the fruits, vegetables, berries, and the omegas. And then I also do the complete shakes. And so I either do a vanilla or a chocolate shake every day. So for me, my energy level, my vitality, I feel great. Okay. The only issue I have is my limited sight. Other than that, I feel fantastic. just a quick short story. I've been having some digestive issues and I had to have a hernia removed this morning. And so coming home, my daughter was like, okay, this is unbelievable. I was expecting you to be quiet and not being able to talk or anything. And I haven't skipped a beat all day, other than sleeping because of the anesthesia that they gave me this morning.
Yes.
But my body, I just don't have the words for it. I mean, I feel good from the inside out, you know?
You almost brought tears to my eyes. It's like, you know, sometimes people say stuff to you and then it triggers something. But my my mom had she had cancer some years ago, and then she started taking the Juice Plus, and that's actually what got me started. But my mom, her healing journey was incredible. And so I hear it all the time where people go into a procedure or surgery and they bounce back so fast that their doctors are like, okay, what? Like, because when you like, I'm almost out. Sometimes I get emotional, y'all, but I think when I hear it, because it triggers thoughts. And then what happens is what it reminds me of people that are suffering and struggling and they won't take the capsules because it's sometimes it's hard to grasp that all that nutrition is in there and what it does. But when you hear that, and sometimes you don't know, like, oh, I'm going for a procedure, and you're expected to not bounce right back, and you do. Just this last week, there was a lady saying that that she, you know, had a procedure and bounced right back. And I hear it all the time. Sometimes people don't even realize that it's related to that nutrition because the cells are just ready. They're just ready. So thank you so much, Ave, for
And that recovery time is amazing. It's because, you know, I've had a couple of little tumbles and things, and it's like, oh, Jesus, no soreness, no stiffness, nothing. It's like, oh, okay, yes.
Yeah. And I think it's like really, I want to say this because sometimes it's really, really hard to grasp this concept. So the produce that's in the Juice Plus capsules, unlike what's in the store. So first of all, when you go to the store, the food is shiny. It's had to travel from wherever it had to travel from, and it's not as nutritious. And then you're only getting, you know, if you're eating a tomato or you're eating a bell pepper, you're not getting all the colors. You're getting what you like. And so with the capsules, it's all this produce, the pits, the peel, the seed, the water's taken out, and it's a variety of produce put into this capsule in a powder. It's food. So if you look at the bottle, it'll say nutrition facts. It doesn't say supplement facts. Like, it's not a multivitamin. It really is oranges and lemon peels and cherries and all of these pieces of produce. I, as a nutritionist, it took me a long time to understand that this wasn't like this was true. And like I said, with my mother's experience, that's what I'm like, okay, this is real. This is real produce. And it doesn't compare because you can't get all that produce in the store as in the quality. And so when we take it, it goes straight to your cells. And because it's hard to get a lot of good nutrition in our cells, all of us become nutritionally deficient. And when you don't have what we need, that's when illnesses and diseases come. When you have that nutrients, your cells are able to help you build, repair better. That's what it comes down to. It doesn't mean that if you take these capsules, nothing will ever happen to you, but it means that you have a better chance of recovery. You have a better chance of actually not getting things. And if you get something, it's very mild because of the nutrients. So Bernetta, no, was it Tamuta? Did you say, I had somebody in the chat. What did you say? You said, I had people experience the power of nutrition. Yes. And then Kamunto said, my daughter is having surgery tomorrow and have doubled up. Yes. I leave knowing she will recover smooth. Yep. So I don't want to keep, you know, pounding on why the capsules are important. I've had shredders who been shredding and not take the capsules. I have shredders who are like, why am I taking these again? Because it's the thing, when you feel good, and this I know, people start to feel good and they forget how that happens, and then they stop. And I've had countless people stop and then realize, oh shucks, that's what was helping me feel good. that was what was helping me not have aches and pains. And so if you're not incorporating the capsules into your shred, I encourage you to do that next time and do that consistently for 4 months and evaluate all the time. If something's not working for you, stop. If you've given it it's the time for it to work. It takes 4 months for our body and our blood to rejuvenate. So I say that consider taking the capsules because it makes a difference. And Bernetta, I'm going to ask you this question, and then we're going to wrap it up. You said you noticed that because you're a shred leader that people, is this true that they had better weight loss results when they took the capsule? Tell me if that. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I don't even know where you went. Maybe you're gone. There you are.
Are you talking to me?
Yep. You said that you were telling me that people were telling you that they had better, I don't know if this is true, weight loss results. If they, I don't know.
Oh, yes, yes. So, well, first of all, I found out that people who were using the capsules and at least a month before they did the shred, they did better on their first shred.
Okay.
So I literally started encouraging people, like I used to just kind of jump them into the shred. And I know we call it a jump start, but if they've just been eating in and out, every day, then a shred is kind of rough. But also when I had my first group, I had about 24 people, and more than half of them had been on the capsules and the other people hadn't. All of the capsule people lost, upwards of 5 pounds on the shred, and the others did not. So I noticed that. But also the people, my first shredders who had at least spent 1 month on the capsules, they had an easier shred. So the people that ended up kind of dropping out of it were those who didn't have that nourishment first.
Just do it. Yeah.
So
It's nourishment.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, thank you so much. I want to say one thing, and this is not my deal. This is actually Juice Plus is offering this. Anybody that's newly getting capsules. So a lot of y'all, this is not applicable because you already have them. If you're newly getting the fruits, the vegetables, and berries, then you're going to get a free supply of the complete. So if you're getting at least the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries, you're going to get a 20 servings of the complete. So if next month you're doing shred, then you won't need to buy any protein because you're going to get enough if you're adding the capsules into that. So that is something to know and something to pass along. So what happens next? So you've done the shred. If you're a veteran at this, then we do this every month, the second Monday of the month. If this is your first time, I certainly encourage you to stay with us, stick with it. It's a community. It's a beautiful thing. And now that the shred is over, you are free to eat your cheese and drink your wine and do all the things. And now you can see or feel what your body says about it, right? Your body might say, oh, okay, that's fine. It makes no difference if you have this or not have this, or you might get bloated or who knows, right? So this is your experimental phase to see. You've had these 10 days and now you're free. Now you get to see what happens. Or you might say, I feel too good. I don't want to be that free anymore. I think that's what a lot of people, they're like, okay, I feel good. So, okay, I'm going to have some cheese. I'm going to have a little bit of bread, but I'm going to get right back onto it. You decide, but this is such a journey, a beautiful journey. And my BJ said she released like 50 pounds and there's all kinds of stories in between. And we're just in this together, trying to be best. So I think that's it. Any other comments or anything? Yes.
This is Sandra. So
Yes.
first of all, I want to say how encouraged I am by the weight loss of just changing your food. There's so many fads out there, so many pills, so many gummies, so many things that help you to lose weight, or so they say. And you're tempted to buy it, but I don't want to buy it. I want to let the food do the work for me. So I'm very encouraged by the least amount of time, a year, to release the weight. And honestly, I did feel that I had released some weight, but because I didn't weigh myself in the beginning or at the end, I felt it in my butt, which is probably the first place that my weight loss actually goes to. So I wanted to say that, and that it really encourages me to stay with it, because I'm going to use this food as my weapon to release the weight, the pounds that I definitely need to release.
And
That's
it's food that you like. That's the thing. It's like you
yes,
made
yes.
food.
And I made the foods that I mean, I liked them, but they were never necessarily in my, menu, like cauliflower, rice, making my own rice cauliflower. I'd rather have mashed potatoes and gravy. So I changed that. Cauliflower soup, absolutely love cauliflower soup. Discovered something different. This time I added smoked turkey,
Yes.
smoked turkey chunks to it. And to give it a little meat or a little bite. And
Yeah.
that was absolutely delicious. And so these are the things that I do love and enjoy that is going to become more a mainstay than
Mhm.
an every now and then kind of thing.
I
So
do the same thing with the soup. I put turkey in my cauliflower soup because I needed to chew. I gotta chew. Yes.
and
We
I,
should do
I,
I'd like to say something
Mhm. Go ahead.
when you're ready.
No, go ahead.
Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra, when Sandra's done, then Maury.
yeah, so I just kind of wanted to say that I really do want to make it my lifestyle. Although the second Monday of every month, I would definitely be on board. And I'm probably gonna need to order some more complete. One quick question. I've been doing the complete shakes with
Uh-huh.
fruits, like the berries, strawberries, blueberries.
Mhm.
And I've been much, much better at taking my Juice Plus
Yes.
because I capsules and put them in my shake. But
Yeah.
I want to do a veggie, like a vegetable shake. Do I
Uh-huh.
use the same chocolate, complete, but just do like celery and beets and apples?
You try that and you let me know how that tastes.
Well, I don't want to waste it. I just didn't know if there
Try
was a
it. You gotta
taste.
experiment. I don't know what that's like. I don't do all that. I do the same. I put a banana, some almond butter, and the capsules, and so you do that and you let us know how that goes.
Okay, well, yeah, I didn't know if there was another base to use, like a fruit juice or something, if you're doing
No,
veggies.
no. Just try it though. So yeah, just try it the way it is. Because don't add any more like any juices or because it'll just change the sugar consistency. But try it. Do you have oh, you only have chocolate, so maybe you should try that with vanilla. I don't know that you try that. Let
I'm
us.
gonna try it with the chocolate since I have the chocolate. I just went to the supermarket and bought new foods because I went through what I had, and that's how serious I am. I went and repurchased, foods that would be that I
Yes.
continue on with. But again, it was successful for me. This time I probably will jump on a scale and
Yeah.
just measure from now because I am gonna have that success. I do want it to show in my clothes. I didn't want to be putting myself on any type of pressure.
Correct. No, yeah, no pressure. Just go with the flow. Just keep moving forward. I love it.
Thank you.
Take a picture too. Take a before picture. You're gonna be amazed.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, yeah.
I got lots of pictures. I got all the pictures I just took in Barbados. So that's definitely before. 3
And
months,
then
I'll check it out.
and then Maury, you were saying.
I was gonna say how what you find yourself as you go along. Like for instance, when I first started, you know how you guys were talking about you cook with smoked turkey and stuff. Well, because I had kind of was doing a little bit of the Daniel fast for the last 10 days and not eating any meat at all, I didn't want to put any of that stuff in even in my cooking. So what you find yourself is, using more vegetable seasoning, chili powder, bell peppers, onions, and you don't really. I ate so many beans, and then I want to say that, and really start to taste the food that we're really eating instead of the meats and stuff like that, and it tastes really it's really good. And then another thing is, I was a sweet eater. And now, like for instance, I was just at Sam's Club and they have pomegranate, the pomegranate seeds, they're called palm. And you find yourself doing stuff like eating the pomegranate seeds as your snacks instead of candy. And then when you buy the salads that have things like cheese in them, I don't even eat the cheese from it. And you just eat the little chunks of turkey instead of a big old salad that we really want, a chef salad that's full of calories. But I find myself throwing away the cheese and things like that. So the months go on, you don't even miss that. So I'm just letting you know that I am doing so well. That's all. And
And
just telling you, the palm, go on.
how are you doing with taking? I know you have the capsules. How are you doing with the consistency of taking them?
You know, my body's been feeling so well. I take them. I actually take if I'm take a smoothie in the morning and I put fruit in it, so I'll take the fruit smoothies and the fruit capsules in the morning, and then in the evening I'll take I'll take 2 vegetable capsules. So I just know I feel better. I had a pain in my leg, and I don't even that pain. I don't know if that's why,
Yes,
but
it
I
is.
know the pain in my leg has subsided. To the point where couldn't even hardly walk. Like I would be like, I have to take a pain pill. But now I was telling my boyfriend last night, I said I don't even hardly feel that pain in my leg no more. So I don't know if that's just because of the stuff I'm eating or because I'm losing weight, or I don't know.
All
but
of
it's
that.
not as painful.
So we know those that know. And so I can tell you this, those capsules, that fruit and vegetable make you want more fruits and vegetables. Like it makes you want to eat more fruits and vegetables. And so the more fruits and vegetables that you eat and take the capsule, the more you're eating, the more your body just gets in alignment. So when the pain goes away, it's because it's reducing out inflammation and it's healing at a cellular level. That's what those capsules are doing. It's making you want to eat more produce. In addition, it's changing your palate. Yes. So people that know. People that are listening are like, yeah, we know. Because a lot of times when people are new, they're like, I don't know if it's because of this. And then we say yes. So yes. We know.
And Robin, one quick thing from what Maury, she just made me think of something. So this morning when I was being checked in, for the procedure, the nurse came and asked me 3 different times about me and taking medication. She said, "You're not on anything, no prescription drugs, no over-the-counter drugs." And I was like, "No." So I am fine. I said, "I'm healthy as a horse."
Yeah, that's rare.
My body feels good. I'm not on any medications. Coming up on 65 years old, February 1st, and thank God I feel great.
Yeah. No, it's a rarity to be 65 years old and not to be on any medication. I'm telling you that right now. Like it's a rarity.
Diagnosed with arthritis, but I don't have no issues with, inflammation or anything. No aches, pain, stiffness, nothing.
Yeah. It's rare. That's why she asked you 3 times. Like, are you sure? Yeah. So y'all, I just encourage you to keep going, to lock arms with somebody else. And wait, let me ask this. My BJ, seriously, this is my last thing. If you don't mind sharing how young you are, because I just love it when you say it. How young are you, my BJ? Unmute yourself. You gotta unmute yourself, BJ. She didn't unmute herself. You gotta unmute yourself.
Oh,
No.
This year,
Yeah,
I'll be
this year.
78.
78.
This year, I'll be 78.
Yeah, and you started shredding and you were 70,
That's-
70, how many?
I actually started, I was almost 74 when I started.
74, and now you're 78, and just amazing.
I'm going to be, yeah.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So inspired by all of you. So, all right, you guys go be wonderful. And I think I'm the youngest one on the call. I think I'm the baby of the group. I think I am. I'm 40, almost 49. And so
I got kids older than you.
I know. I think I'm the baby.
My son is older than you, Robin. This is
Yes. I am the baby of the group. When I look collectively of all the shredders and who they are and where they are, they're in the late or 50s and above, 60s and 70s. So most of my shredders are in the 60s range. Because everybody, and at this point, or what I understand is like, okay, I gotta get it together, and then amazing things happen. So my heart is so happy and so warm, and I love you all. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. It's so good to hear your voice, Francine. I think I'm gonna just say this. I don't know if you're still on here, Francine, but Francine has been with me, Francine, forever, like since what, at least 13 years, Francine? You think? Are you still there?
Yes, I am. I started with you, you were 1 year, almost 1 year into it when you first started
Being
doing
me?
your speaking. Yes, well, sharing your word with everybody.
Yeah, because I don't know if you caught me right because I started this in 2008. So, like, I don't remember Necessary Nutrition without you. Actually, yeah, it's been a long time. Oh my gosh, that's
It's
so,
been wonderful.
I know. Thank you. Isn't that crazy?
You've kept me healthy. A lot of my friends, they're like, at this age, I'm 60 now, and they're getting like diabetes and
Yeah.
heart disease, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm still going. I haven't had anything yet, and I tell them about shred, and they're like, why do you want to do that? I was like, oh, because I don't want to get diabetes and get sick and all that.
Are you 60? I didn't know
I
that.
just turned 60 in November.
Happy birthday. Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
Yeah, that's amazing. So yeah, we've been together since you were in your 40s. Is that true?
Yes.
That's
Yes. I
crazy.
guess so.
Yeah, wow. All right, y'all.
Time flies.
Yes, yes. So I love you all. I really do. I mean that. So I'm inspired by your guys' stories every day. And some of y'all really, really make me laugh a lot. So I appreciate some people say you look so happy. And I'm like, some of y'all really make me laugh and you lift up my spirits with some of the things you say and text me. So it just is like very awesome. So go be happy, spread some love and spread some joy, do all the things. And so mark your calendars for next month, second Monday of the month, and we'll talk to you guys later. Take care.
Love you, Robin. Thank you.
And let me stop the recording.
Love you. Good night.